Good evening. Hurricane Gloria, with winds exceeding 210 kilometres an hour, has crossed the eastern coast of the United States. At this stage, there has been no reports of major damage or casualties, but there are fears the storm will cause havoc as it heads north towards the more populated area of New York. Already there have been large-scale evacuations and hurricane warnings have been issued throughout the area. This latest report from the East Coast examines preparations in the New York area, which suffered a similar storm earlier this century. Prime Minister Bob Hawke is to be censured by the opposition when Parliament resumes over the bicentennial affair. Mr Hawke's credibility and competence is being questioned following last night's resignation of John Reid, the chairman of the Bicentennial Authority. Fire has extensively damaged a Vaucluse home in Sydney's eastern suburbs. Fire brigades were rushed to the scene in Wentworth Road after reports of huge explosions coming from the house. Firemen were able to quickly control the blaze, preventing it from spreading to nearby houses. It's still not known what caused the fire. Authorities say it was unoccupied at the time. No one was injured. Authorities have identified the Australian pilot of a plane which crashed in rugged terrain in Papua New Guinea earlier this week. 32-year-old Peter Cahill of Queensland was flying a Douglas Airways Islander near the Irian-Jaya border. Aviation officials hold grave fears for Cahill and his two passengers. They say the wreckage is spread over a large area. Rescue teams are still making their way to the scene. It's the second crash of a Douglas Airways Islander in New Guinea this month. Melbourne is renowned for its sporting events. In November, it's the Melbourne Cup. And tomorrow at 2:30 p.m, the climax of the VFL season is reached as two teams battle it out for the grand final. For the third year in a row, Essendon will meet Hawthorn to decide the premiership. And every true football fan will be ready to take a side. In Sydney, Canterbury and St George meet on Sunday to decide the Rugby League premiership. St George is slightly favoured to win, having beaten Canterbury 2 weeks before and also being minor premiers.
Whatever team you're barracking for on Sunday, there was certainly no lack of patriotism in the two areas today. The supporters' show of loyalty varied from window dressing and streamers to more vivid and edible presentations. While Sunday's clash is expected to be a test of the two teams, it's also a trial for the coaches, St George's Roy Masters and Canterbury's Warren Ryan. Masters is renowned for his unusual coaching techniques when he was with Wests, but today played down any animosity he may have against Ryan.
I want to win the premiership for St George's sake, my own sake, and whoever the opponent is on Sunday is pretty much irrelevant as far as I'm concerned.
Ryan also played down the rivalry with Masters, but did offer to provide some half-time entertainment if it was required on Sunday.
If he'd like, if we don't want to play the twos, I'll fight him at half-time for the victory.
One of Australia's most popular horses in recent times, Kingston Town, is about to make a comeback and could enter next Saturday's Cox Plate. The King hasn't raced on Australian soil in over 2 years, but the horse's owners believe he's ready to return.
Ready to race in.
Finally, Sydney's weather, and we can expect a cool to mild day with lengthy sunny periods. Moderate southwest to southeasterly winds. The expected temperature ranges for the city 9 to 19 degrees, Liverpool 4 to 20 and Richmond 3 to 20. And that's Nightline for this Friday. I'm Elizabeth Hayes. Good night.